Hi, Jennifer Andrews here with MuscularDevelopment.com, where I'm with Isaac Hinds, and we are going to wrap up the fantastic Fort Lauderdale Cup that just concluded. And we're going to start out with let's get started.
Let's get started.
Let's get this party
before
started.
You get delirious.
I've been up since 2:30 this morning, so.
Are you saying you need a nap?
Not really. I'm ready to go.
No.
All right, so let's start with figure. Let's do figure first.
Figure. What did you think of it?
I thought the figure girls were fantastic. I did have Candace Lewis for the win, who took it, and she looked great.
Yeah, well, as we recapped earlier after prejudging, it looked like Candace Lewis would take it. She did, which is impressive given that she's been competing pretty much all year. So, I mean, a few months into it, but she did Omaha, she won, went to Olympia, and then she just did Houston last week, and now a win here. So she's really positioned herself as one of the leading ladies going into next year. Now the big thing is, will she get an Arnold invite? I think she should, and I think we'll see her on stage Columbus come March.
I definitely think she should, especially with the 7th place Olympia win, or Olympia placing, and then going and winning the Houston. She definitely deserves it. And
then here, and then then you had Kamala. I think it's how you say it, Kamala Mako, who, again, those two were, Kamala only was second to Aaron Stern earlier at Sarasota, second again here going into next year. I think she's going to be one that'll be, a solid top 5 competitor. She's got great structure. And in this lineup, I mean, there's no shame in losing to Candace Lewis.
Then we have Kamala Rodriguez, who made a switch from fitness to figure at this show and looked fantastic. I think she's found her fit. What do you think? Yeah,
and I think she's going to make a permanent switch to figure from the sounds of it, which, again, I mean, now she's a legitimate threat to the top 5 every show that she enters, because coming into this, it was her first figure show, and she beat, last year's winner, Alicia Harris, who was 4th, and Natalie Waples, who made it to the Olympia stage, was in 5th. So to position yourself in the top 5 right out of the gate and beat women like that, that says something.
Moving on to fitness, we got Miss Oksana, who had a fantastic routine, very energetic. I interviewed her, and she's so quiet when you interview her, and then when she's on stage, she's like a firecracker. What do you think about her?
Yeah, I mean, Oksana reminded us all why she just came off from a win, beating Adela and some of the other champions over in Europe, and runner-up at the Olympia. She's somebody, that's a lot of things that people who haven't followed the fitness industry, like, they see her and like she's a top girl, but she's been at it since like 2006. And like the very first time I saw her was the Europa 2006. She placed dead last, was out of 26 people, they placed her last, and which I thought was the biggest travesty. Her routines have always been amazing. She listened to the judges. She incorporated more. It used to be more of a performance that would give you goosebumps, and she makes things look so easy that I don't think people realize when you see her video, the photos don't do it justice, because it's like, wow. I mean, when she thrusts up on her toes, like all the different things that she does with ease, her background, she just makes it look so easy. But she's changed her physique tremendously, and that's helped her be, in this, you have physique and you have routine. So she's always had an amazing routine. But now that she's brought up her physique, brought it in a little more symmetry, now she's a legitimate Olympia and Arnold contender. Yeah,
she told me from the Olympia to Madrid, which was a short time, that she lost 4 pounds to win that, and I thought that was great for her, and she's so sweet, and she deserved to win. It's always good to see people that win a show that always try to give back and really appreciate their wins, and that is definitely Oksana.
And she's a testament to not giving up. I mean, here's somebody who in her pro debut places dead last, and now she beat Adela, who hadn't been beaten in 5 years, and she comes in and wins this show. So, it's something to be said for, persistence and sticking with it. So
right.
And listening to the judges.
Yeah, she's great. And then second place was Bethany. What did you think about her? Her physique was great. You actually had her winning in the physique round, right?
Yeah, in the physique round, which is only 1/3 of the score. Bethany's got a tremendous physique. She could hold her own in figure, if and when she's done with fitness. I think she could move into figure, and she has done figure and held her own in previous years. Her routine, she had the music. She was the first one, which there's always some music glitches, but I think that kind of rattled her a little bit. But she has a gymnastics background, which shows, and she's got tremendous strength. I think if she just brings a little bit more smoother transitions throughout her routine, I think she'll continue to move up. But second place, she collects the points. She may go to Miami, collect more points in December, but she was, losing, or not losing, but getting second to Oksana, there's no shame in that. And I thought it was great for her, because obviously her routine was strong enough in the judges' eyes to move her up.
Right.
And then Regine De Silva, I want what she's having, because she came out in that fat suit. And it was like, what is this? I didn't like that it took her too long to take the suit off, in my opinion.
But she got the crowd involved while she was doing it, which I appreciated. And I appreciated a little bit of comedy, because a lot of people don't do the comedy, so I appreciated that too. It was funny.
Comedy?
I thought it was comical. A fat girl getting undressed on stage was funny.
It was funny, but that's the thing, I guess, my point to it, if I'm a judge, you need to have something that takes if you have a costume, don't fuss with it a long time, especially on the NPC ranks, because there's girls that have had costumes that take forever, and even in the pros, it could cost you a couple of placings, because they look at that as idle time, and you're not doing anything. It's like you're catching your breath or whatever. But that aside, she flies. She's got more energy than anybody I've ever seen. So, but then in fourth place, Darian, I think is how you say her name. It's her pro debut. The pirate routine, which she did her entire routine with an eye patch. So not only was it amazing just 2 eyes, but she did with 1 eye. So it's it was baffling how amazing she was. Flexibility, strength. And I think she's one that could position herself to go and do well at the Arnold next year if she gets an invite, which I think she should. I'm shamelessly promoting that, but I think she's going to do Miami, and she should hold her own there too.
Yeah, I like that she was doing flips and turns with knives in her hands, and then she was doing, I know being a dancer, doing those fuertes turns, and you have to spot something, and with a patch on her eye, I'm not quite sure how maybe she cut a hole in it. Maybe that's what she did.
But it looked cool.
All right, well, that wraps up fitness. Moving on to bikini, Yasira got her second pro win, and just getting off the Olympia stage. I asked her what made her, a lot of these people are coming on from the Olympia stage and getting right at it, because I guess the new rules that took place in January, you got to get, being the top 3 doesn't get you to the Olympia now. So what do you think about Yasira taking the win?
After we talked, I thought she was the clear winner. I haven't seen the score sheet yet, but to me, there was no question. Again, she's able to look sexy and be cute all in just, bat of an eye. Yeah, it's she flips her hair and she's sexy, flips her hair the other way, she's cute. Yeah. And I like her physique. It's toned, it's athletic. To me, she's one of the top 6 in the world. If I was a judge, I'm that's an ideal.
I would second that, and knowing her and knowing what a nice person she is also makes her a lot more beautiful too.
She radiates this positive energy. She does it effortlessly, because a lot of times you'll see competitors and it feels like they're thinking too much or they're trying too hard to be sexy, and with her it's just effortlessly, and she just radiates positive energy. So I think she's the whole package.
There you go. That's why you need to work on your posing, ladies. It's noticeable when you walk on stage like a robot and don't smile. I saw so many people that weren't smiling. Have fun with it, because second nature, you're going to come up here and do what you've practiced. So then let's move on with that. Second place was Lacey DeLuca. So it was the same battle as Sarasota here.
Yeah, it was the same. And I know that the judges gravitate to Lacey. I think she's very polished. To me, I wouldn't have her in second just simply based on her lower body. And it's nothing personal against her. I just don't see her in that second place spot. I had a couple of other girls who I thought were a little bit tighter. Gigi, who placed third, I thought she was tighter in the the lower body. And even Bianca Berry, who was fifth, I believe she was. Gemma Lynn, I would have actually had all those girls ahead of her, and even Adriana Hill, who was out of the top 5, I would have had her in the top 5. So it's no knock on Lacey. Congratulations to her getting second. She collects points going into her, the Olympia qualifications. I would just like to see her tighten that lower body up.
These girls did great. This was a great show. Was there anything else that you'd like to add to the...
No, it's a tremendous opportunity for women to compete where it's only women. It's not threatening. It's run by women. It's a great event. It's in Florida, so next year, this is the 3rd year. It's been a tremendous event. The turnout turns out even bigger and better. Pros are supporting it. Amateurs supporting it. So go online, check it out. Pictures on Muscular Development, and your play-by-play if anybody wants to see what you said about you.
I know. Come on, guys. Give me some play-by-play. And the way you get to that is you go to forums and then go to Noble, but you have to sign up. Come on. interact with me a little bit at these play-by-plays. All right, well, that's a wrap from the Fort Lauderdale Cup, and we'll see you next time.